Fabian Williams. I'm an artist. Moved to Atlanta in 2001 from Fayetteville, North Carolina, where I was born and raised. And worked my way up through advertising and got disillusioned with that. Left that business and started becoming a full-time artist. And by doing that, it led me to doing murals, and now I'm here. So 3 years ago, when it became obvious that Kaepernick was not going to get drafted, I decided to do a sort of a campaign mural to get him hired by the Falcons. To me, he's better than Matt Ryan, and just what he stands for in his protest aligns with the city. So I was like, hell, if he, Atlanta would be the perfect place for him because, he stands for equality and he's against police brutality. I felt like him and Martin Luther King Jr. would be homeboys if he was alive, so I was like, let's bring him to Atlanta and, make him like a symbol, like sort of like a mascot quarterback, even if he don't play. Even if you don't want to get rid of Matt Ryan, which we should, like why not make him the quarterback? So I painted it one day. I was like, Atlanta's the perfect place for him. So I went and I painted a mural of him in a Falcons jersey off of Joseph Lowry right in front of the Morehouse Athletic Center, which I actually didn't realize at the time that's what it was. I just saw the white building, saw that people weren't really taking care of it. It was an 8-foot hole in the roof. So I was like, nobody's gonna ask me about painting this. Mainly too, because I just won a lawsuit against the city that says that unless the city's paying for you to do the work, they can't tell you what to paint or who to paint with. So having that freedom, I just mapped out a couple of buildings that nobody was taking care of. And I was just like, if they don't take care of it, then they're not gonna care if I put some uplifting on it. So I painted Kaepernick, and it became like a landmark. Fast forward to last February, on the first day of February, first day of Black History Month, 2 days before the Super Bowl, the building gets demolished. And this happened, I saw this on the way to another interview with NPR about a mural down the street. So I see them destroying the building, and I was just like, man, they didn't cover it up. They destroyed the whole building. So that let me know that there's power in that piece. And so after I took a video of them demolishing it, and then I posted online, it went around the world. And one of my homeboys, Fahamu Peku, was like, yo, don't let this be the last image that they see. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do? I don't have money right now because, well, actually I did have a little money then. I just did a project with Nike, but I hadn't worked in 4 months because the NFL wouldn't touch me. That was like basically like what I understood the issue to be, which is crazy because at the same time there was a nonprofit called Wonder Root that was doing the work that I did all over the city. And Nike was the only people that would pay me, and I imagine it's because they already worked with Kaepernick, so they felt like the NFL couldn't really do anything. So they hired me to paint this mural. I did it, got paid for it, and then Kaepernick mural got destroyed. So after taking a nap, my manager, Ashley Nash, calls me up. She's like, yo, I got a great idea. Let's paint Kaepernick all over the city. And I was like, that's a great idea, but we can't do it illegally like I did last time because the world is watching. And I would just end up on Fox News. Artists, vandalizes, cities with Kaepernick, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to bring no disrespect to his name. So I had her get permission from business owners, and I had to find 7 artists. 7 artists because 7 was his jersey, and it's also a divine number. It's the number of completion. So once we had 7 artists and 7 buildings, I took a nap. Woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I went down to 400 Northside, and I did the first piece, which was him looking like kind of like an Ethiopian Jesus. And I posted it, and I said, on the 3rd day he rose from the ashes to the masses. And I said the 3rd day because it was February 3rd, and also Jesus rose on the 3rd day. So the building was destroyed, and then he reemerges again in like this sort of like, angelic light with the Ethiopian halo around his afro. Because I wanted people to see that as they go into the dome for the game. So that happened, and 2 hours later it was like around the world. And then the whole city came out and just helped us paint, 7, well really 8 murals that day. And it ended up actually being 9 altogether. So after that, I took the money from that was raised to like pay for the supplies. We really didn't have to pay for supplies. People were just giving us stuff. So I took that money and I started, I paid the artists with half of it, and then the other half I took to start Mars ATL. And Mars ATL is like my nonprofit that I use to now do murals and community work. Specifically now creating like edible botanical gardens where people can appreciate the work and also eat the food that's around there. And the idea is to leave it to the local population so they can get access to that food and create businesses or just really just feed themselves. Because there aren't grocery stores in a lot of areas that I paint. So now it's like, how can we use art to problem solve? Because to me, art is problem solving. You look at how we use art in Africa, it's one to like just celebrate beauty, but also to solve a problem or like uplift an issue or clarify things or, communicate. So I use art in the same way. To me, art is like, it's a tool, it's a weapon. It's intangible. It's like, it's this thing that, you can do anything with. I'm working on a mural at Morehouse. It's called Black to the Future. It is a story of African men, because it's at Morehouse, from ancient times to from the Olmec to the Egyptians to Timbuktu to the Middle Passage to the founding of Morehouse to the Civil War to contemporary America to the future. And it's 100 feet long. It is. I've been working on it for like a year, and I'm breaking it up between all the other projects I'm doing because it's just a massive wall, and I'm painting it like it's in my studio, but it's outside, and it's a lot of work, and I'm pretty much doing it like 90% of the work. But in the future, I'm going to be adding more people to the wall to help me, one, complete it, but also to extend the things that I know and I've learned over the years. Like doing murals is hard work. It's the closest thing to construction that I've ever, been involved in. And I want to share this with other people. You know what I mean? But also, people don't realize how much power is in doing work that affects people. Art controls people. I've been saying this for a while now. Art controls culture, culture controls people. If you want people to do a certain thing, you change their art. Corporations know this, the government knows this, now you know. So it's like, what are you trying to get people to do?